Thank you. When high fade, I got to go short on one side. I mean, I have to either go really short or really long.
No, you look good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we can pray. You almost got away.
All right, what are the emotions like going into tomorrow's game, get this thing going again?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun knowing that we finally get to play against another opponent. I mean, it's an exhibition game. Doesn't count record-wise, but of course it gives us a chance to see what we've been working on for the last 4 weeks, last month, 2 months. We've been beating up on each other, so it's going to be fun to get some new action.
What does just Andres mean to this year's roster on and off the court?
Say it again.
What does Dre just mean to you guys, this year's roster, just on and off the court?
Oh, he means a lot to us. He's a senior. He's been in the war with us last year, of course. And this year he's much more confident with his overall game. He's just been in a battle, so when you're in a battle and you come out of it, it just gives you more confidence. So he's a leader, one of our leaders on our team.
How have you seen that confidence just translate onto the court, like you said?
I mean, you can just tell when someone's a confident player. Like, he's shooting the ball with confidence. He's making decisions with confidence. I mean, confidence is everything in basketball. Without confidence, it's very hard to be successful in the game of basketball.
How did you feel like you played in South Carolina? What did you take away from that experience?
I thought I played pretty well. The segments we had broke it down, very fun. Of course, it was they're an athletic team and they're strong and they're tough. They play how we should play. I mean, they play how similar to how we play in line, up the line. So that just playing against that, and, seeing that in practice every day, it was fun.
I know last year the game that kind of started a big season for you and Giorgi. Do you think this year's freshman class, like Kofi, Benjamin, can kind of maybe start out that same trend tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel they're capable. They're capable. They're great players. Just come out, play hard, come out, do your job, and everything else take care of itself.
How different are you now versus when you walked into the scrimmage last year?
I feel like I'm a much different player, much more confident. I'm bigger, stronger, and I just got like a little more shape to my game than I had last year.
There's been a lot of talk this offseason about you guys getting back to the tournament. How are you handling expectations?
One game at a time. That's all we can do. Really can't look forward past that time. Keep stacking the wins. Keep focusing each and every game, and we'll be there.
Is it exciting to start talking about games instead of just what you guys are going to do this season?
Yeah, very fun. Very fun to put all the, the ifs and what ifs and all of that. And like now it's here. It's time to produce. It's time to, come out and play.
How much of a learning curve was this last year? Like, you guys had to learn media timeouts and learning, how to do certain things. I mean, is that a lot more than people realize? Just learning all the ins and outs of what goes into a game.
I mean, actually, that wasn't that difficult. I mean, you can pick up that one time when coach says it, give an instruction to do. That really wasn't the hard part of being a freshman. It's much more different challenges, I would say, worrying about that.
What were some of the challenges?
I mean, just knowing the game, coming out of high school, knowing how the game is different. Playing against bigger, stronger, older guys, some guys 24, 25. So, just being able to get treatment, a lot of different things.
You're going to have a pretty big guy playing in the front court for you tomorrow. How nice is it having Kofi on the floor with you?
It's fun. I love playing with bigs when I used to go to camps. USA, I have bigs. I know it everywhere. Normally, like camps, I have a lot of bigs. So, playing with Kofi, big guy, athletic big, good big, skilled big, it's going to be fun.
What are fans going to see from him tomorrow?
I mean, he'll come out and play his game.
Is there a lob that he can't catch?
No, he ain't. He's successful with all my lobs, so we keep throwing it to him.
What's one thing maybe you want to see from the team tomorrow, just to get the season started on the right now?
Following the scouting report. That's the first key. Like I said, we have 2-3 days to prepare for them, but next week when we go to Arizona, we play Grand Canyon. Next day we got 1 day to prepare for Arizona. So following the scouting report, locking in the scouting report, I feel like that's my main goal.
How much more do you guys have in offensively, defensively compared to end of last season?
So how much more do we have in?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have everything in yet. It's the first exhibition, so I'm pretty sure coach will put a lot more things in, but we have a majority of stuff in.
Thanks, Al.
excited to see how this team performs the first time under the lights and in front of people. So we've had a good fall. I'm excited about our growth. I'm excited about our improvement. And it'll be an opportunity to see how guys react. And that's always what these exhibition games are for. We had a secret scrimmage that was enlightening in a lot of ways. You face a Frank Martin team, and you know exactly what you're going to get in terms of the effort, the rebounding, the defensive tenacity. That was great for our team to see that and to grow. And then it was a great opportunity for us to also go on the road, which we have to do here in a week, and kind of get that feeling out of the way. And so that scrimmage was very beneficial for us, and in more ways than one. And now we get a home game and against a very, very good Lewis team, a team that won 25 games last year, a team that is just absolutely dynamite from 3-point range. They've already scrimmaged a Division I opponent in Chicago State, which they were very impressive. So this will be a different type of team than what we faced in South Carolina in terms of not as big and as athletic, but a team that is very, very effective in doing what they do. They've got bigs who really shoot the cover off of it from three, and they're a veteran team who knows how to win. So great opportunity for us to see something a little bit different.
What did you learn from your guys just, playing against somebody else other than themselves in that secret scrimmage?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Is you get to find out what you see. I love that toughness. I love that competitiveness. I thought that, you get a Frank Martin team, and they're going to be extremely big. They're going to be extremely physical. They look the part. They're grown men, extremely strong. Yet we handled that very well. We were very, very competitive on the glass, which was something we wanted to shore up, and we did that. Frank's always got one of the top rebounding teams, not just in the SEC, but in the country. So we felt great about that, and I like the way our guys handled that. And so, along with facing that pressure and having somebody in your jersey, I think the first few minutes of all segments, it kind of got us on our heels, and then we really settled in and did some nice things at the offense.
Fred, what's the plan minutes wise? Maybe are you planning on getting the freshmen in there a little bit more in this exhibition tomorrow?
Yeah, we played them all. Benjamin in the morning segment at South Carolina. We held out. He did a workout with Fletch. The afternoon piece, we played him. Yesterday was his first full day. We had to be off Monday and Tuesday because of NCAA rules, and we got 3 games next week without a day off. So we took Monday and Tuesday off, and then yesterday was Benjamin's first full day of being in practice for the duration. So. We'll get Kofi out there, and Jermaine did not play in South Carolina. Jermaine had a little tweak in his hamstring. We held him out for precautionary measures, but he is now back in practice, and hope to get those guys some good down minutes tomorrow night.
Any other health concerns?
No.
You said Ben played in the scrimmage?
He did.
How do you look?
Yeah, it was good. He was nervous. He was like any other freshman that hadn't practiced in a long time. And, Benjamin's very cerebral. He understands exactly what we're doing. He threw an overhead pass in a high-low situation to Giorgi that they're still trying to get embedded in the wall. He threw it so hard. He was just nervous and uptight, but he'll play his way out of that. But his instincts, he made a couple great passes. Defensively was fine. So, typical freshman stuff. And again, let's remember, Ben hadn't practiced since July.
Where's some of the...
Joe's going to play Friday.
No.
So he's suspended to a certain point.
Until I determine otherwise.
What's just the road ahead look like for him? Jones?
Suspended, and I've made a statement on that. I'm not going to comment on that anymore. We've got expectations that we have. He's in practice every day. We have expectations that have to be met, and we're student athletes, University of Illinois, and there's responsibilities in both those areas.
Did you get a chance to play Giorgi and Kofi together in South Carolina? What did you think of that?
Yeah, we did. They did some very, very good things. We talked about maybe Kofi and his adjustment. It's also a pretty nice adjustment for Giorgi, having to guard a little more on the perimeter, having to guard athletic fours, and he did very well in that area. We looked a lot at at the offensive end, some things that were very, very positive with both of those guys. Giorgi can really pass, and one thing that we know is Kofi's going to make some mistakes. He's a freshman. He's still, but his effort was great, and he was effective on the glass. And we get both those guys rebounding basketball, we can be a legit force.
So you've talked about tempering expectations with Kofi for fans, but what in the early games of the year looks like success? What are the expectations you have for him?
I don't put those on him. I think that if you do, then you cap it. He's got a chance to be really good, but he's also got a long way to go. You don't just walk out here as a freshman and play college basketball when guys are 22, 23 years old, and he's got to clean up his footwork. He's got to clean up the small, very, very important things that allow us to run offense better and help side defensive things. And he'll do some things because of his size that others can't. But I'm always going to temper my emotions until I see him, and then we can continue to work and grow in those areas.
You see
Andres is behind me.
Bench during key moments and how we set during timeouts, and so that's very important. We haven't done that, and again, it's a different vibe when I don't care. We played South Carolina in front of nobody, and it's a different vibe when you put an arena full of people and you turn the lights on, and so how guys react to that'll be great. Starting lineups announced, the national anthem, all those things. It's great to get that out of the way.
Much less of a learning process now with fewer new guys than you had a year ago when you guys did this?
No doubt. You're just more comfortable. I'm more comfortable as a coach in what they're going to do. There's a trust factor that is much higher, just simply because we've got a group of guys that know, and they know what we're trying to look for offensively. They know the counters to a certain type of defense, and those are the things that we weren't even close to a year ago at this time being able to handle. We were still trying to understand what the college game was about, and big difference.
You said you kind of mix and match with some lineups during practice. Is tomorrow going to look maybe more like a rotation before a season, or are you going to still be experimenting?
No, we're going to experiment a little bit. There's no doubt about that. We're going to continue to work on some things. With a little smaller lineup sometimes, with a little bigger lineup. I've got an idea how I want to handle certain guys in rotations. You'll see that. I'm still trying to figure out around media timeouts how I want to substitute. I like doing that a lot. In the scrimmage of South Carolina, I subbed Kofi right before the first media. We'll see how that works out. To get him his first win under him. But yeah, we're still playing with a lot of that, but we'll look at a lot of different things.
You like the
A win, growth. I think it's comfort, understanding what it's like to play. We want to be a team that no matter what the front of the jersey says or the name on the back says or who they're guarding, we show up and we do our job every day. We're looking for that consistency, We've got a great opponent. It gives us something different. We've got to learn to execute a game plan. This is our first full scout. We didn't scout South Carolina at all. We just showed up and played and did our deal. We've put some stuff together, and it's our first scouting report for our guys. So we'll see how their attention to detail is, and that's an area we have to make a big improvement in from last year.
Do you like having the challenge, maybe just a little more flexibility in terms of going small or big, in terms of how many different lineups you guys can throw out this year?
Yeah, and we'll see how that works out. I think that's one of the things we're still looking for, is to see what that big lineup looks like, and how effective it can be, and what a smaller lineup looks like, and those are the things we have to continue to see as the season develops, and right now I like what I've seen.
It's like in the last week or so, a lot of transfers have gotten waivers. Did you ever contemplate going that path for Jacob or Austin?
That's those things are up to the individuals. And,
Giorgi's over here now too.
the one thing we want to do is make sure that they have the best experience they can have at the University of Illinois. And both those young men are outstanding students. They're top level. They've been able to work with Fletch in the off season, and we feel like we've got our program in a place where it's very helpful to have a couple of guys sitting out and learning our system and getting better with Fletch. So those situations are solely the student athletes, and we've been good with that.
Coach, big picture heading into year 3, do you think at all about this being the year you want to have on the court, another recruiting class to kind of be where you want to be as a program?
Well, recruiting is always a big part of it. I mean, it's the challenge of you can look at the NBA. What the Golden State Warriors have lost in the last 6 games they've played, from Kevin Durant to Klay Thompson to now Steph Curry, and if you don't have players, you don't win. And having good players, and that's why the importance of recruiting. We've got a great staff, and we're beating down doors, and we feel like we've added really good pieces that fit us. So the next step to that is growth on the court, and that's what we're looking for. Thanks, guys.
Coach.
Ray behind you, George right here.
Have you looked at film yet for Lewis?
Oh yeah, sure. Many times already. With coaches, without coaches. They're a great team, really skilled team. As Coach mentioned earlier today, they don't recruit unskilled players. Every player is really skilled. They know what they're doing, and they don't win 25 to 30 games each year for no reason. So it will be a great game for us.
What challenges do they present?
They're a great three-point shooting team. They shot 36 threes last game and shot 20-something twos, so we know we will have to run them off the line. They're a great shooting team, so it'll be a challenge for us.
Got to have the secret scrimmage against South Carolina. How excited are you to get back at State Farm Center, though, in front of the Illini?
So excited. I mean, yesterday we had an event with Orange Crush and been over some stuff, and it's just so exciting to be home. And I just always play better at home, and it's just a great environment. People bring great energy, and big Orange families here, and hopefully we'll get this place filled tomorrow.
What value were able to get out of the South Carolina scrimmage?
Just to play against a different team, not just, we have been practicing against each other the whole entire time for a month or whatever, how long it was. And now that we played against somebody else, we saw, how we do stuff against people that we don't know how they play and we don't know what they're running and stuff. And it was great to see how we reacted to that and how we played. I think we did pretty well, and we adjusted some things that we didn't do well, and that's it.
Was it nice not having to guard Kobe for a day?
It was really nice, yes.
You and Kofi really close off the court. What's your guys' chemistry like on the court? Was it nice getting that scrimmage in before this exhibition?
Oh yeah, it was great. I think we played really great together. That high-low was really great. Hopefully we'll see some of that tomorrow night, and I'm just excited for you guys to see it tomorrow.
How's your three-point shooting?
I can tell I work out a lot, and the workout is always great, and I may make 10 in a row, multiple games. I make 7, 8 in a row. and that's a workout, you know. And for me, it's all mental. You know, my form is great, my footwork is great, and all this stuff. But it's just a mental thing. Once I think I get that right, I'll be able to knock down threes in the game.
Georgie, think back to your exhibition game last year before you played one single. How different are you now versus where you were then?
To not say it in a bad way, but I'm a lot more comfortable in a way of I know what's really coming, in a way of I know how many people will be there, how they will be chanting, a little bit how game is called, and all this stuff. Last year I was just really, really excited. I had really, really high energy and ready to go, and now I'm a little more calm, a little more confident, a little more comfortable.
Were you surprised last year when you walked in here and saw the people?
I mean, when I saw this big arena for practice, I was expecting it to get filled, but the whole environment, it was definitely a surprise for me. I've never seen anything like that, you know, never been part of a game like that, so it was really surprising, but now I know the deal, so it's all good.
Jordy, do you remember getting teed up and having the fans chant your name in that exhibition?
I definitely remember it was on that end right there. I think we fell on the ground with a different player. I grabbed the ball, and it was a great moment, I think.
Any specific areas where this team needs to get better in the next days before the games count?
Not any specific areas. We just work overall. Definitely what we have to focus on, we have to really focus on each team individually. Each team plays differently. We just played secret scrimmage against South Carolina, really physical team, which is rebounding team, which is physical. Now we have Lewis, who's a three-point team. Totally different though what we play now. And each game will be different. Each team plays different, and now we have to focus on each individual team differently, really lock in on the scout report, and execute in the game.
Just what does Andres mean to this roster, just on and off the court for you guys?
Dre always says Dre's a dog. When he gets out there, he just basically, I don't want to say it like this, but he drags other players with him. You know, he's a dog. He plays tough defense, and he's just a tough player out there. And when he talks, everybody listens to him. You know, and he just also a great human being. You know, off the court. But on the court, when he gets out there, he basically leads other players by his example, by his mentality, by his game.
Do you see him kind of being a glue guy for this year's roster when things may be going off the course, on the court? When he comes in, you can kind of help steady the ship?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, as I said, he's really, really tough guy. His mentality is really to be a dog, and the guys like that, whenever you get to adversity, guys like that don't break. And I feel like Dre won't break in any moment like that. And as you said, whenever and each team gets a moment like that, when we will get like that, Dre will help us out big time.
Georgie, how has the addition of Kofi helped your game personally?
Oh my God, it helped me so much. Now I feel like I can show off my passing a little bit more from high, low, from the side, whatever. Also, when he's down there, everybody wants to rebound. Everybody boxes Kofi out now because he's just so huge and he gets every rebound if you don't box him out. So now it creates more space for me just to run in and grab boards, you know. So it's just a blessing to have him on my team, on our team.
Looks like Benjamin's a pretty good shooter, huh?
He's a great shooter. You guys will see. Maybe a little bit. Sometimes I joke with him.